Hey, welcome to First Take on YouTube. The NFL season is upon us, and between quarterbacks like Dak Prescott or Russell Wilson looking to bounce back this season, we got newly paid quarterbacks trying to make their contracts look like good deals. There's plenty to prove for these signal callers. Now, as a reminder, Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts all signed new deals this offseason that average over $50 million per year, making them the highest paid players in NFL history. We've got Courtney Cronin and Kimberley Martin here. Both cover the NFL for us. Courtney, I am starting with you. Which quarterback has the most to prove this season?
The obvious answer is the right one, and it's Deshaun Watson. The Cleveland Browns didn't invest $230 million fully guaranteed into a quarterback that they don't expect to take this franchise in the right direction. I feel like last year it was so tough to evaluate him. You only get a 6-game sample size due to the suspension, but a 38 total QBR for Deshaun Watson, his completion percentage dropping from 70 to 58 last season. Last time we saw him on the field in full in 2020, he looked like a completely different quarterback last year. So I think for him in an upgraded receiving core, they finally brought in a little bit more help. Elijah Moore, Marquise Goodwin has some depth, and certainly they still have Amari Cooper there in the receiving room. All of it hedges on Deshaun Watson bouncing back to show, hey, I'm the guy you paid all this money to. I'm the guy that a lot of
guy.
Yeah.
Because he hasn't played for almost 2 years. So showing he's still that guy, and he broke the bank, right? I mean, no one's ever had that much guaranteed money, and there was a lot of controversy going on. So, yeah.
Sure.
So as somebody who spends a lot of time, Cleveland is my second home. I completely understand, Courtney, why Deshaun is your pick. But I would say that Deshaun's contract is actually the reason why he's not under any pressure. Because in that building, we know Deshaun will be the quarterback next year. What we don't know, Deshaun Watson actually could be in Cleveland longer than Kevin Stefanski. That's the reality of the situation. So that's why I say Deshaun doesn't have as much to prove as this guy, Dakota Prescott. The guy we love to talk about on First Take. And you know why? Because heading into this season, we are literally dissecting practice interceptions. And we're wondering, is this a bad sign or a bad day? Coming up on the heels of last year where his interceptions, despite missing 5 games, being tied in the league with interceptions, like the microscope on him is so bright right now. And going into this season, we don't even know if internally they feel like this is a guy we can win a Super Bowl with. Everything we've heard from Mike McCarthy and Jerry Jones, it seems to be we need to mitigate the mistakes. We need to make sure that Dak, he doesn't do anything to, I don't want to say mess us up, but essentially that's the feeling you get. Whereas you look at Josh Allen, no matter how many interceptions he throws in Buffalo, they're like, Josh is our guy. We know that he's going to win us games. And I wish the narrative was a little different in Dallas. I wish the way they spoke about Dak was different. And again, with Deshaun Watson and the money is what ties him there. That's why I know that Deshaun Watson's going to be there for the foreseeable future. Dak, I do wonder after the season, will we be talking about Dak Prescott was the reason this team won a Super Bowl, perhaps? Or is he the reason that they failed to get to that point again?
Well, Mike McCarthy taking over play calling duties is supposed to get the best out of Dak Prescott. If it doesn't go according to plan, he's more on the hot seat. Kind of your Kevin Stefanski analogy with what's going on in Cleveland. Mike McCarthy may be out of a job. Dak Prescott's still under contract through the 2024 season. So as much as we zero in on these interceptions, and we know that it's an anomaly, what happened last year, and you expect him to bounce back, I just feel like everything, it's the off-the-field stuff, the on-the-field product with the Cleveland Browns. So many people hedge their careers on signing off on this decision by the Haslams to bring him in. If he doesn't look like the version that was up against the Kansas City Chiefs in 2019 in the first half, it's going to look like some money well wasted instead of well spent.
It'll be interesting to see how McCarthy does with the play calling.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Talk about a microscope.
So as I mentioned earlier, Herbert, Hurts, Jackson all extended this offseason. So look at what these stars have already accomplished. Justin Herbert has the most passing yards of any player through their first 3 seasons. Lamar Jackson, one of 2 players to win MVP unanimously. The other, Tom Brady. Jalen Hurts, the only player with 40 touchdown passes and 30 rushing scores before turning 25, which he did this past Monday. So Kimberley, which of these quarterbacks will have the best season are you predicting this year?
So as much as I always say Jalen Hurts for everything, I actually think it'll be Lamar Jackson. because of how I've seen this roster completely be transformed. Think about it. Lamar was unanimous MVP in 2019. Did we know who his receivers were then? Did we know? Do y'all even remember? Do y'all even remember? Miles Boykin, Willie Snead, Marquise Hollywood Brown. And now you're talking about a receiver room that has Zay Flowers. Let me tell you, that kid is lightning quick. They are so excited about him. You have Odell Beckham. Maybe he's not rookie year Giants Odell Beckham, but that dude, healthy on a field, you always have to know where he is. The fact that they have these guys on this roster, added with Mark Andrews, this is a completely different offense with Todd Monken being the OC, and it is so glorious. I'm so excited for Lamar because not only did he get the bag, but the Ravens actually did right by him by saying, you know what? Making you do everything, it's been successful, but not as successful as it needs to be. Let us help you actually have some more weapons to throw to. And I think if Lamar can win an MVP off of the roster that he had, and now you bring in Todd Monken, a guy who's going to give defenses fits, the way he spreads the ball, the way he literally takes advantage of the speed that they have on this team, I'm so excited about the Ravens.
I'm with you. My only concern is just how good that division is.
Fair. Best division of football, in my opinion.
Isn't it funny we don't talk about Lamar Jackson's interceptions in practice nearly as much as we talk about Dak's? I don't know what that is.
Nope.
For me, the answer is Jalen Hurts. And I mean, all of these guys who sign contracts have a lot to prove to live up to those deals. But, you know, Jalen getting that contract after outplaying Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl last year, I'm eager to see what's next. New offensive coordinator, but somebody who has been in the room with him for a couple years now in Brian Johnson. He played the position. Jalen Hurts is comfortable with him. It's the right switch to make sure that the continuity you built over the last 2 years with Jalen Hurts is able to sustain and take another step forward. I'm also eager to see what happens with another year with Dallas Goedert, with A.J. Brown, with Devontae Smith. This is a passing league that is predicated off the chemistry a quarterback and all of his pass-catching weapons have. Another year with those guys will only take Jalen Hurts to the next level. He's 25 years old. He just turned 25 the other day. Happy birthday, Jalen Hurts. My vision for him in his birthday year is that he gets to another Super Bowl and that they win a Super Bowl this year, because the NFC breaks perfectly for this to happen. We're Philadelphia. I mean, we're all predicting they're going to run away as a top team in the NFC. And when you have a quarterback who took that big of a step forward in year 3, breaking, you know, setting career highs in all of these passing categories,
he silenced all the critics. People didn't even know if he could really throw.
I don't know if he silenced them.
Top 4 QBR.
Mad Dog will say, I need to see another year. I need to see another year.
Remember, that was always the concern, the arm. And then he went out there and did that. And he's such a high character guy.
Yeah, 1,000%. What we saw, credit Howie Roseman for giving him the pieces. Similar to in Baltimore. That's what you do. You surround your franchise guy with pieces to win games.
Set him up for success. Absolutely. What a concept.
Like me. I've got great people with me today, setting me up for success. Thank you, ladies. Thanks for watching. Be sure to watch First Take Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. on ESPN. Be sure to check out more exclusive First Take debates on YouTube. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Have a good one.